a second or two to go ahead and jump on. And I promise today I'm going to bless you. How much am I going to bless you? I'm going to try to bless your socks off. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome to the channel. Please, please, please stay. Hit subscribe, hit thumbs up, watch all the free videos that you want to watch. Enjoy yourself. It's my pleasure to have you on the channel. For everybody who's subscribed already, we're over 1,000. Blows my mind that many people care about what I have to say. A guy who was homeless just a few years ago and now living my best life, my blessed life here in Dallas. And I just want to share with you, right? So I myself, from me, from my wife, from my kids, we're very, very grateful for the audience that we have on this channel. I've got people reaching out saying, hey, great content, keep going. I also have people reaching out going, hey, stupid, right? So I guess they're talking to me. And it's okay. I got thick skin. It's not going to hurt my feelings. I appreciate all the compliments. I appreciate all of the back and forth. If you have a question or comment, drop it. I know it's lunchtime. I try to come on about this time so everybody can have an opportunity to listen to what I got to say. So I promise I always try not to be long, but sometimes it gets really, really good. And I just dive so deep into it. But I'm here to bless you today. So whether you're on lunch or whether you're watching this later, I just want to bless you with some super, super, super awesome content. And I promise you, if you apply, I say applicate. Yes, I made that up. But if you learn this and don't stop there and you actually applicate this, I promise you, it'll change your life. So most people make the mistake of learning something new and then they don't take the steps, the action steps, and move forward. So I just want to tell you something that you may not know, right? But you guys are smart. You might know this, but I'll just say it anyway. If you learn something new and you don't apply it, it does you no good, right? Because you become a wealth of knowledge with no action behind it. So you all want to be able to take action steps. You always want to be able to move in the direction of the knowledge that you've obtained. So when I teach you something, my goal, my hope is for you to take what I teach you and then apply it into your own life so you can make money. So what I'm going to teach you today is, and this is crazy because the subject that I probably hated the most in high school was math. I was not good at math. I would do math in my head. I was very poor at being able to write it out or show your work, right? So the teachers used to always be like, hey, show your work. And I was not good at that. I would just do it in my head, right? So, and I hate to give y'all an example, but I'm just a nerdy guy, right? So if somebody came to me and they were like, hey, what's 10% of 750, 750? And then the first thing I would do is I would divide the seven. Let's say they would do a hard one. They would say, hey, what's 15% of 750? And then in my nerdy mind, first thing I would do is divide this by 10. So I know 75 is 10% of 750. So I know I need a 75 one time. That's my 10. And then I know I need 75 a half time. That's my 15. That's my half percent. And so half of 75, because I worked in the casinos before and I dealt blackjack, I know it's 32.50. So now just add the 75 to the 32.50, and I can be wrong, right? But I think I'm going to get 107.5, right? And that's how I did math. So I could be wrong, guys. Don't go off on me if I'm wrong just a little. But I was showing you an example of this is how I used to work things out in my mind. And so I used to always get left behind in math. I wasn't good at it. But today, ironically, I'm going to teach you a math lesson. Isn't that something? I'm not even good at math. Everybody who knows me knows that I try to avoid math at all costs, right? I was told there'd be no math, right? And all of a sudden, here I am online teaching you math, sharing this with you. So you're about to be blessed. Put your math hats on, and we're going to rock and roll. Thank you for the compliments on the hat. Yes, it's pink. So, all right. So I couldn't find my other hat. I don't know where it is. I got to find it. So, but we're going to dive into it. And I got a special treat for you at the end of the video. And I'll just tell you now, I'm going to be doing a live training on Thursday night to teach you how to build your own middleman business. So if you want to learn how to do this, just write the word Zoom in the comments, ZOOM, because it's going to be on a Zoom, and we'll get the link to you and you can join me in a live training as I teach you A, B, C, D, all the way to Z, how to build a business, right? So here we go. All right, so I drew this in case you didn't know, right? So I'm somewhat of an artist. So I drew the iPhone because that's the one you probably recognize the most, even though I do not have an iPhone, I have an Android. But hey, whatever floats your boat, to each his own. So iPhone equals money, right? So that's the math equation we're going to start out with. So if you want to learn math, you're in the right place. I hope I'm not zooming in too much because I know you guys don't want to see this ugly mug. And so here we go. By the way, you guys want to, I guess while we're on here, we'll do something cool. So I wrote a book not long ago called Ready, Set, Wealth. 2017, I was homeless, and I've completely changed my life very quickly. And I wrote a personal finance book. So when you make a lot of money, you know what to do. And it's called Ready, Set, Wealth. If you can guess my age in the comments, I'll give you, the first person to guess, I'll give you a free copy of it. Free copy of the book. So for everyone else, it's $25. Not bad to invest to change your life. So let's do some math. All right, let's get to it. By the way, hit thumbs up if you're excited. Hit thumbs up if you're blessed to be alive today, because we take that for granted. It ain't got anything to do with this message, but somebody needs to hear it. We take waking up every day for granted. It's not automatic. There's a lot of people who didn't wake up today. You did. Please take advantage of this opportunity to create the best life for yourself that you can. And if you're blessed, like I know you are, if you're blessed to be alive and wake up this morning, hit that thumbs up and let me know, right? So hit the thumbs up. If you have a question or comment, drop it while I'm on. I'll try to get to it. Otherwise, let's talk about some math, right? So iPhone equals money, and this could be an Android, this could be whatever. I just want to show you that your smartphone can get you paid. Now, usually it works the opposite way, right? So for a lot of us, it's the smartphone takes money from you, right? So for a lot of you, your cash flows this way. Your money flows out of your pocket to your smartphone. Today, I'm going to teach you how the money can flow from your smartphone into your pocket. Does that make sense? Who's excited? Hit the thumbs up. Let me know. So an iPhone can make you money, but most people don't make enough money to even pay their iPhone bill. You can't even make $3 a day just to cover your bill. Well, I'm going to teach you how to make that and so much more, right? So normally your money flows away from you. So if you have an iPhone, normally your money flows from you to the iPhone when you pay your bill. It's not making you any money, you're paying it. So I'm going to teach you how to use your iPhone to get paid. And we're going to do some math, and it's going to be awesome, right? So here we go. We're going to do some math. So what I'm going to show you, because I know a lot of you may not believe this, but it's possible. How possible? Very possible for you guys at home using your iPhone to make $10,000 on a monthly basis. Woo, I said something there. I'll slow it down. You guys, it's possible that you can make $10,000 a month with your iPhone only. All right? Only. I'll say it louder for the people in the back. You can make $10,000 a month or more or less, but even if you can get close to that, that's still pretty good, using only your phone. Smartphone, Wi-Fi connection, you're in business. So let's talk. So $10K a month. Let's say you work, because you don't want to work every day. Let's say you take Sundays off, want to be with the family, want to go to church, want to do things you enjoy, fine. All right, so you're going to work 6 days a week. All right, and so I'm going to teach you how to make an average of $150 every time you book a customer, okay? Now, $150 is not a lot of money. It's not going to make you rich. And I'm not pretending to make you a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire. I'm headed that way, but you can come with me. But I just want to be fair and transparent and honest with you, right? So, but on average, we take about $150 per deposit. So if I can teach you how to make $150 every time a customer contacts your phone, would that help you? Would that help your finances? Would that be a good thing? Okay, gotcha. Just want to make sure you're with me. So you make $150, right? You guys follow me? I want to be as close as I can, but again, I know y'all don't want to see this ugly mug up that close. So, but we're gonna, I think right here is about as close as I can get, right? So here we go. $150 per deposit on average. I call it a deposit commission, a DC, deposit commission. And so let's say you work 6 days a week, all right? So $150 per deposit, and let's just say you're not even booming. You started your middleman business, you're not booming yet, you're just getting started, just getting traction. You're only getting 3 bookings per day. That's it. So 3 bookings per day at $150 gives you $450 a day. Now, $450 a day is not bad, but it's not going to make you a millionaire. It's not going to make you rich, but it will change your life. All right, follow me. So you're making $450 a day. Some of you have to go to work for 10, 12 hours just to make that. Some of you work 16 hours a day and don't make that. I'm going to teach you how to do it without leaving your house. Now, you're welcome to leave your house. You don't have to. I rarely ever do, unless I'm going to do some things. Other than that, I can just take the business with me on my phone. Hit thumbs up, hit subscribe. That's the only way I know that you're enjoying what you're seeing or you're liking what you're seeing. All right, so $150. And by the way, if you want to get a free invite to the Zoom link that's coming up Thursday night, tomorrow night, go ahead and put the word Zoom in the comments and as I break all this down. So $150 deposit commission, you do that 3 times a day, you make $450. All right, not bad. You make $450 each day on average, and you're not going to work 7 days a week. Let's say you only do 6. So now you're going to work 6 days a week for the $450, which is going to come out to roughly $2,700 a week. Not bad. See, I told you I was going to show you how to make $10K. Now you're making $2,700 a week, which there were some months when I first started that I was able to do that because there were some days I was doing $1,500, $1,600 a day. And then there were some days where I was doing $300, $400. So it does vary. But if you stay consistent and learn how to build your business, you're going to be okay. Even on small days where you do 2 calls, make $300, still not bad, right? Because you don't have to go to work to do this. You can work from anywhere. And so now $2,700 a week. Now that $2,700 a week times the 4 weeks you're going to work for 6 days, right? What's that going to bring you to? That's going to bring you to $10,800 a month, right? Which is $135,000 a year, something stupid, right? Without going to work. Most people don't even make that on their job. You can make it using only your phone. So $2,700 a week, 4 weeks, $10,800 a month. I told you I would show you how to make 10K a month. That's the math on 10K a month using the system I teach you, which is the middleman system, right? By the way, if you want to get the course, just go directly to middlemanceo.com, buy the course, and I'll see you in the training. You get the course in 6 hours, and then you get one-on-one with me because I'm going to help you to finish everything and walk you through the process, right? You're going to get all the information in the course, but if you have any questions or comments, I'm going to be there with you. We're also going to do some one-on-one, and I'm going to make sure you're able to do exactly what I'm teaching you how to do. So I'm not just going to leave you. I'm going to be there with you. I'm not just going to leave you. I'm going to lead you to the promised land where you can get that 10K a month. Even if you do half of that and make 5K a month, still not bad. You didn't leave the house, right? So again, this is you. Instead of your money going to your phone, now your phone sends money to you, right? Now, how does that work? So there's the math, right? I teach you to do $150 deposit on average. And if you do that 3 times a day, 6 days a week, some of you are going to take some days off. You might do it 5 days a week, a little less. I think it's 9,000, still not bad, right? And so the way we're going to use the phone to make money, I'll show you real quick. There's 3 things that you need to learn how to do with your phone. Just 3 things, not 4, not 5. It would be complicated if it was 6 or 7, but it's not. It's just 3. So just 3 things I'm going to teach you how to do with your phone in order to get that number. And like I said, guys, even if you don't want to work hard and you're happy with half that, still $5,000 a month without leaving the house, that'll change the average person's life, right? So here's what I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you how to book customers. Now, don't trip, because I know some of you are like, oh my gosh, I don't like talking to people. I know how you are. And I just want to share with you, when I say book, there are multiple ways that you can book a customer without having a conversation with them. Now, I recommend having a conversation with the customer because you can talk to them and build rapport and get to know them, and they can get to know you. And you can also teach them what they don't know, answer their questions, et cetera, et cetera. But there are other ways other than calls, phone calls. The customer can also text you, and then the customer can also email you to get the information they need and to get booked. So a booking is simply a customer is going to reach out to you and ask for a quote. How are they going to find you? You ask. Gotcha. I'm going to teach you how to advertise, and then you're going to promote your business. So I'm going to teach you how to promote your business to the public without spending much money, sometimes not any. You can literally get a customer by going onto Facebook right now. And let's say you choose the home cleaning industry, right? So you decide, hey, I want to book customers for the home cleaning industry. So I found somebody who does home cleaning. I'm going to get customers for her or him, and then I'm going to send the customers there. So now you reach out and you might jump on Facebook and just say, hey, just letting you guys know, I'm now doing home cleaning. If you need the best quote, reach out to me, DM me ASAP. And then somebody might reach out and be like, hey, I need to get my 2-bedroom apartment clean. And you're like, bet, let's get you set up. Need to get some information from you. Once you get the information, now you got all your booking information. So now you book them, and then I got your name, I got what dates you want to use, how big your place is, you know how much we charge. I got all the information about your cleaning. I got all of that. And you can get that through a phone call, a text, or an email. And you get a template from me on how to have a script for all of these. So you don't even have to think about, what do I say in a text message? What do I say in an email? Don't worry about that. We give you that. All you have to do is copy and paste and send it. So, and they're going to take care of the rest. So the customer's going to reach out, say, hey, I need to get a quote. You're going to give them a quote based on what the contractor or the service professional charge. Now you know, and then you're going to turn around and take that information. Now you book the customer, you got their info, and then at the end you say, hey, by the way, in order for us to get you officially scheduled to come out and service you, we need to go ahead and take a reservation deposit. Customer's going to say, okay, bet. How much is the deposit? You're going to say, and for me, I try to keep it close to 150, right? So you're gonna say, hey, it's gonna be 150. All right, so they're gonna pay you a deposit right away. This is your DC, your deposit commission, and so the customer's gonna give you a deposit right away, and you're paid. You're paid at step number 2. I like getting paid at step number 2, right? So at step number 2, you get paid. Step 1, we're going to book it. Step 2, you're going to get paid. I love it because I'm already making money. Step 3, because I know what you're thinking. Hey, Shon, I got the customer's information. I got a deposit. I booked the job. Who's going to do this? Who's going to do the work? I know nothing about cleaning. Perfect. Neither do I. I don't know anything about cleaning, and I have a cleaning service. I don't know anything about building websites, and that's my next industry I'm going into. I'm going to teach people how to build websites. And I don't know how to build websites, but it does not matter. You know why? Because there are people who know how to build websites. All I'm going to do is get a customer and send that customer to the business or the ISP who knows how to do it, right? So there's somebody out there who knows how to build websites, independent service professional. And all I'm going to do is find a customer, and it doesn't matter if it's websites, home cleaning, dog walking, fill in the blank. It does not matter. It's the same system. I'm going to find a customer, send that customer to somebody who does the work, and then I'm going to take a deposit right here in the gap because I am the middleman. right? So whether your industry is moving, I have a moving service. I don't own trucks. I don't own any of that. And we still move people. Well, we still get them moved. So all I do is follow the same principle: customer, middleman, service provider, right? So all I do is find a customer, and then I send the customer to I get the customer's information, I take a deposit, and then I send the work to the service professional. I don't do any of the work, which brings me to my last one: dispatch. So we booked, got the info, we got paid, and now we're going to dispatch. What does that mean? Well, the work's going to go to somebody else. Well, I'm not doing it because I don't even know how to do it. You don't want me cleaning your home. I have no idea how to do that. So what am I going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to send the work to somebody else, right? Now there, you can do it manually. Like whenever I first started off, I would just text the group text and say, I got this job on this day, paying this much, who wants it? And people would grab it. Or you can hire a VA like we do now, where the VA does all the dispatching. There's also like Booking Koala. They help you do all that, where you're hands off, which is better. It's better to be hands off, but in the beginning, learn your business. But right now I'm hands off and I love it that way. So you're going to book, you're going to take a deposit, you're going to dispatch. All right. So the customer contacted you, you got paid, you send the work to somebody else. Now, does that sound familiar? Does that process sound familiar? Just in case you're wondering if this works or not. Does the process sound familiar? Get the customer information, get paid, send the work to somebody else. All right. If it does not ring a bell, I want to introduce you to a couple of companies you might know. Tell me if these company names sound familiar. Anybody ever heard of a company called Uber? Anybody ever heard of a company called Airbnb? What about Instacart, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Tinder, swipe left, swipe right? Anybody ever heard of these companies? What do these companies all have in common? Somebody put thumbs up so I know they've heard of it. And has anybody ever heard of these companies? Uber and Airbnb, how much are they worth? These companies are worth billions. I call them billies. Not millions, not millies, billies with the B. These companies are worth billions of dollars. Now, does Uber own any cars? Nope. Does Airbnb own the houses? Nope. Does Instacart, Uber Eats, do they own the food? Nope. They don't sell food? No. What do? They simply find a customer for the business. In Uber's case, there's a driver, right? I'll make it look familiar to you. Still going to be the same concept. The middleman's still going to be in the middle. For Uber, Uber's going to find a rider, somebody who needs a ride, you guys know. And then Uber's going to find somebody who says, hey, I need a ride. And then Uber's going to say, hey, there's somebody who needs a ride. And then Uber's going to find a driver who says, hey, I need a rider. So the rider's going to say, hey, I need a driver. And then the driver's going to say, hey, I need a rider. But they would never, ever be introduced to each other or connect to each other unless they had a place to meet. Uber provides that place to meet on their platform. So on the Uber platform, the rider finds a driver and the driver finds a rider. Now, Uber does not own the car, nor the rider, nor the driver. Uber simply middlemans the process of them connecting. And then when money gets made, money gets paid, right? So when these guys get paid, when this driver gets paid, right? Uber gets paid. So when money gets made, Uber gets paid. So when money gets made on your process, you get paid, right? The only difference is Uber takes their money at the end of the process. You're going to take your money at the beginning of the process. And there's a reason I want you to do it that way. And that reason is we don't want to rely on service providers or service professionals to pay us. We want the customers to pay us so we can have our money, right? So we don't want to wait until money clears 2-3 days later for the service professional to pay us back. We'll just take our money off the top. How many know that taking your money off the top is a much better deal than taking your money later? I'd rather my money now than later. We used to have these candies called now and later. Still probably do. They're bad for your teeth. Don't eat them. But I'd rather my money now than later. Make sense? So what I'm going to teach you is how to get an average of $150 per deposit commission. And then I'm going to walk you through some things that's going to bless you and change your life. First thing we're going to talk about, what industry would you like to work for? Right? So I have a list of my 10 favorite industries, and then I'll share them with you. You can pick whichever industry. I recommend you only start with one. I've been doing the moving service industry for 3 years, and now I'm into the home cleaning service, and then next I'm into the website service, but I started with one. My goal for this year, $350,000. Just sharing it with you. That's what I'm going for. So in my first year, I made 77 grand from home in 2020. Had no idea what I was doing. You're going to do better than me because I'm here to teach you how to do it. I had nobody to teach me how to do it. And so if you want to learn how to do this, drop a link in the comments right now and we can get the link for the live Zoom training. So tomorrow, today is Thursday, tomorrow, Central Standard Time, because I'm here in Dallas, I'm going to be on. I'm going to do a live training. It's only in Zoom. It's not on here. You must be in the Zoom training. We were packed out. The last training, packed out. So you're welcome to get there 5 minutes early. I'm not going to turn it on until 7 o'clock. But get there, learn how to do this. If you're somebody who's sitting there going, I don't like how my finances look. I don't like that I have to rely on my job for my only source of income. I don't like that all of my bills have to be paid through this paycheck that's barely cutting it. And I don't feel good at night when I lay down. I don't feel great when I wake up. I'm always financially stressed. Trust me, I've been there, done that. I know exactly what you're going through. I empathize with you. I was homeless in 2017. Not homeless today. But I'm telling you, you could change your life if you learn how to build a middleman business. All you need is your cell phone and a customer to reach out to you, and you're in business. I have students that go through the course. Next day, they're up and running, right? I teach you everything you need to know. I teach you how to promote your business. I teach you where to go to get the best leads. Once you get those leads, I teach you how to talk to the customers. How to talk to them, how to text them, how to email them. Because I got some students that don't like to be on the phone talking. Hey, I get it. This ain't much of a talk back and forth kind of world today. There's a lot of text communication. So, all right, well, then you need to have a script when you text them. It needs to say this every time, a template, copy and paste. It's got to tell the customer what they need to know, and it's got to tell you what you need to know. You need to give the customer information and then capture the information. Well, how do you write all that? Don't worry about it. I already have the template for you. See, I told you this is going to be too easy to say no to. So you're going to take the template, send it or text it or email it. And then, because the customers, when you put your promotional items out, it's going to have the phone number, the text or the email. And if you don't want to get phone calls, then don't put the phone number, just put text and email. And the customers, they're at work, so a lot of times they don't want to call and they can't. Hey, they'll just text you, hey, I need to get a quote, blah, blah, blah. So let's say, for instance, you choose to work in the roofing industry, right? And so you build a relationship with a couple of roofers, right? You know what they charge, you know what you can make in the commissions, right? And so you might go to the roofer, you might promote your business, say, hey, if anybody needs to get a roof repair, anything like that, have them reach out to me, right? And you might just share that with friends, some business cards. And then somebody's gonna reach out and say, hey, I got a roof, we got some issues, some hail damage, want to go ahead and get a quote on that. And so you're gonna quote them. And then they're gonna say, hey man, I love the number, the price, blah, blah, blah. Can I get on your schedule? Yeah, perfect. And then what are you gonna do? You're gonna capture the information, book the job. Hey, I got your date and time, I got all your information, that's booked. And then you're going to say at the end of the call, hey, or at the end of the text or email, also a deposit is due. If you're texting or email, it'll just have the invoice. You'll let them know, hey, a deposit is due of this amount. The invoice is already in your email. Go ahead and click that and pay that. And so for roofing jobs, it's going to be a lot more than 150 because roofing jobs could cost 10,000. Me personally, I would take 1,000, nothing less than 500. And so you might say, hey, I'll take 500 off of that $10,000 job. The roofer is going to say, bet, I'll still do that for 9,500. I appreciate you finding that for me. And then you're going to send all the info. So you're going to get paid through the invoice. They may not pay it exactly that moment, but you're going to wake up in the morning like I've done before and $500 in your account, right? And that's not for every industry, just that this industry, roofs cost a lot of money. So you're going to wake up, the money's going to be in your account, $500 just for a text conversation or a short phone call. And then you're going to capture that information. The roofer's going to hit you up and be like, hey, where's that info? We're ready to roll. You're going to say, oh, bet, I got it right here. Here's the customer name, number, what they got, what they told me, everything you need, gone. And then you're going to dispatch it to the roofing company. And the roofing company is going to thank you, appreciate you, go out, do the job, make themselves a lot of money, which is great because you've already made minimum 500. I would take 1,000, but I'm just saying 500 ain't bad. And you got 500 in your bank account the next day. And now that roofer's out there doing that job and they love you because you made them some money. They're going to hit you up like the movers hit us up. Like they're going to hit you up the next day. Like, hey, what else you got? Hey, well, I got something coming. Yeah, absolutely. And then they'll be ready to consume that. So you can book as many jobs as possible and get paid as much as possible because the contractors are ready to roll. They're waiting on you, baby. So don't fall behind. So book, deposit, dispatch, the same thing that Uber does, same thing Airbnb does. I'm going to teach you how to do the same thing that they do. You're going to own nothing and still make money. Uber doesn't own the rider or the driver, but they get paid for the connection. I'm going to teach you to get paid for the connection in the gap. Does that make sense? All right. So if you want the link, drop it in the comments, drop the word link or Zoom, ZOOM, that's fine. And I'm going to get the Zoom link out to you. If you have a question or comment, go ahead and drop it because I'm about to get off. But anyway, I wanted to bless you and give you some great information. And I just want you to know, once you complete the course, once you complete my middleman CEO, because I want you to think like a CEO. Notice I'm not teaching you how to do any of the work. The work is going to be dispatched. I can literally wake up today. This is how easy it is. God honest truth. I could wake up tomorrow. Let's say tomorrow, because I'm up today already. Obviously, smart, you know what? And I can literally wake up tomorrow and let's think of something I know nothing about. I know nothing about pressure washing, right? So I can literally, and by the way, I got a student who does pressure washing in Atlanta. I'm going to bring him on because he's killing it. And he's been in and out of the training only 2 weeks. Well, I think 3 maybe now, because last week he said 2 weeks. So let's say I wake up in the morning and pressure washing crossed my mind. So I wake up in the morning, I'm walking down the street doing my morning exercise, my 30-minute walk, and then I see someone pressure washing somebody's driveway in my neighborhood. Bam, I already know that this person could use more customers and I can get them for them. So what am I going to do? I know nothing about pressure washing. This is how easy this process is. This is why, look, if this was hard, Uber and Airbnb wouldn't be worth billions. But this ain't hard. That's why these companies are still in business. All they do is middleman. That's it. You connect your friend with your other friend. They hook up. You just middleman the process, right? That's all it is. But this time you get paid. And so I'm literally, just peep the scenario out. I'm literally walking down the street, doing my morning meditation, praying, thanking God for the day, for my family, all the things I do, and getting my 30 minutes of exercise in. And as soon as I finish that, I'm coming back home. But I'm walking down the street, I'm coming back home, and I hear zzz, or however it sounds. And I hear that sound, and I see somebody pressure washing somebody's driveway. Now, I know nothing about pressure washing, right? And so, but I see the person, and I'm like, hey. So I'm gonna introduce myself. This is how easy this is. I'm gonna stop him and say, hey, you pressure wash all the time? Yeah, I'm good at it. Okay, you got a card? Bam, got a card. Now I got the ISP's information. This is so important. Now I got my ISP's information. Right? Now I know that my ISP, and I'm just going to shorten it. I know they need a customer. So I got your business card. Hey, John, man, nice to meet you. I'm Shon-Jhon. I live a couple houses down, man. You do look. This is how I talk, y'all. I'll be like, look, you're doing a hell of a job, man. You killing it over here. Let me ask you a question, man. You got a business card? Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Got all your contact on it. Okay, perfect. Yeah. How much you charge? Right. And so he's gonna give me his prices. So I got his prices right away. So I got the ISP and I got his cost. I know exactly how much he's gonna charge. Yeah, man, for a driveway like this, I charge I charge $285. Bet. Okay, $285. Bet. And then so I got his information. I know how much he charges. And then I'm gonna ask, hey man, look, you mind if I send you some customers? Yeah. Who's gonna say no? Yeah, absolutely, man. I would love to have more customers. Okay, bet. Listen, I'm gonna give me a couple of days. I'm gonna reach out to you. Okay, bam, done. He knows my name. I know his name. I know he needs customers. I know what he charged. So what am I gonna do? Right. By the way, you can go to middlemanceo.com and jump in the course, and then I'll reach out to you. We're gonna do some one-on-one coaching after you finish the course, because people are reaching out to me. They get into the course and then they reach out to set up a one-on-one. Finish the course first. It's 6 hours. Yes. Finish the course. And then we're going to do some follow-up work on your city. What's popping in your city? How do we need to attack it? How do we need to advertise? What prices you need to go with? How you need to get your first customer? How you need to set it up? We're going to go through all of that. Okay. And because all my students read message, whatever, they're like, hey, I got this. What you think about this? Hey, check out my advertise. I look at it. I'm like, bet that looks good. Run with it. Or I'd be like, hey, change this, and this, and then launch it. So I'm always there with you, right? So real quick. So now I know this guy's pricing, right? So I know his price. And then because I know his price, I know what my commission could be. So my deposit commission based on his price. So I know he's going to tell me he could do the average yard for $285. I know that. And so, but I want to make some money out the deal. Right? And I'm just middlemaning for a pressure washing guy that I just met 5 minutes ago, and I know nothing about pressure washing. So first thing I'm gonna do is go out, promote my business. Say, hey, if you need a quote for pressure washing, reach out. They're gonna reach out to me, get a quote. So the customer's gonna reach out and get a quote. So I should say I know his cost. So I know the ISP costs $285. And so I'm going to get on there and I'm going to find a customer. And the customer is going to pay. So I'm going to book the job. Watch this. I'm going to book that pressure washing job for about $350 because I want to make some money. So now the difference between that and that is a minimum $65 deposit. So when I book the customer at $350 for that work, I'm going to take a minimum $65 deposit. Now, I know that ain't going to wow you or blow your mind, but I just want to show you how real it is, right? Because you can't just be doubling the price. Nobody's going to book with you. It's got to make sense. So $350 is going to make sense. He's willing to do it for $285, minimum of $65. But that ain't where I'm going to stop. Not me and not you. We're going to book the job at $355, and then we're going to take a minimum of $100 deposit. So we're going to take a $100 deposit. Now, I know the math isn't adding up. It ain't mathing, right, Taraji? So the math ain't mathing right now. But I want my $100 deposit, and I'm going to get it. So I'm going to take a $100 deposit from that customer. Customer knows that it's $350. In order to dispatch, this pressure washing guy wants $285. He ain't going to get $285. I'm going to reach out to him and say, hey, bro, I just booked the job. All you have to do is show up. Customer's ready to go. Only difference is the job is paying. I'm not going to ask him if he'll take it. I'll say the job is paying $250. Where can I send the information to? And he's going to say, trust me, they're not going to say, no, man, I'll turn down. I don't want to make $250 and lose $30. Nobody's going to say that. They'll say, hey, I'll take $250 all day, even if I got to lose $30. Let's go. And I'm going to take that $30 and put it into my commission. Now I got $100. Worst case scenario, he says, no, I'm sticking. I cannot do it for less. Fine, then I'll give you the extra $35 back. And I'm still keeping $65. But I'm telling you, 10 times out of 10, that ain't going to happen. But I'm just letting you know, just in case it ever happens, you could always negotiate the price down. Did I show y'all too much, man? I am giving it to you. I hope y'all got this. I told you I was going to bless you on your break. And but I hope you guys get this. If you want to get the link to the live training tomorrow night as I break all this down, just comment Zoom in the comments. If this goes off air, because I'm about to cut this off, rewatch the video, put Zoom in the comments, and then we'll get the link out to you, or go to the last video, write Zoom. Just put Zoom in one of the comments, or you can email me at middlemanceo@gmail.com. Go ahead and do it ASAP. If you want to skip everything, go right and get a course and start working and say, hey, you don't have to tell me anything else. I saw it. It makes sense. I need to start my business. Then just go to middlemanceo.com. Click join, and off you go. And then I'll be talking to you very soon, one-on-one. All right. And so I won't always be able to do one-on-ones, guys. I'm just letting you know, the more students I get, the harder it is. So please get in early so that you can get coaching from me. And that's just my gift back to you. But I know once I start getting, 500, 600, 700 students, that there's no way I'll be able to do all these one-on-ones. Right. So, which is going to break my heart, but I just won't have the time. At any time after 6 o'clock, Monday through Friday, you won't be able to reach me because I'm with family on weekends, with the wife, with the kids, out of touch. Right. Fridays, I usually take off for myself. And, but I'll teach you how to do this hands-free, work-free. All I'm going to teach you is how to book, deposit, dispatch. I'm going to teach you how to get the customer info, get paid, and then send the work to somebody else. Let them do the hard work. Why do the hard work when we don't have to? The days of working hard for money are over. No more working hard to make a little money. And listen, we damn sure don't want to be in a position where we wake up every day and rely on our paychecks. They can fire you any day for any reason. Please don't think your job is safe. Learn how to make money just in case you lose your job or your source of income. I hope this blesses you. I got to go. See you guys in the training. Those who are going to be in the Zoom class. For everybody else, the go-getters that's ready to rock and roll, I'll see you in the masterclass training. Hope you guys have a wonderful and blessed day, and peace.